You've sung the role of Jesus numerous times. Can you tell us a little bit about your approach to revisiting this monumental role?
I will write out the texts and meditate on the different scenes and try to envision the drama that is happening in the middle of the scene, how it sets up the following aria responses or chorales.
What does it mean to you to revisit this role for Emmanuel Music, and how perhaps are you different now than you were then?
It was a great thrill then, and it's an even greater thrill to come back to it now, because I have things that I have been wanting to do with it. And I listened back to some of the recordings then of what I was doing then, and I think, well, you know, it could always be a little bit better, and it could always be a little bit different. What I want to get across is a very, very conversational sense of the text, and a very present and lively sense of what is happening, even though we're singing in German, and probably most of our audience members don't speak German, but they should know that there's an energy, and that there's an impetus, and that there's a story being told.
The role of evangelist in St. Matthew is longer, higher, much more verbose than the St. John. And those are the obvious things. What are the things that a person coming anew to the St. Matthew Passion would look for in the St. Matthew Evangelist that differs from St. John?
Yes, indeed. It is very long, and it is very high, and it seems to get higher and higher as it goes to the end. And it does require some very, very judicious pacing, for sure. And one just has to be, you have to be vocally ready for it. You have to be warmed up into it. Your voice has to be used to it. You have to be just very, very technically consistent. There's no way of getting around that. The phrases I find in St. John are they're very easily spoken. They kind of trip off the tongue a little bit easier. And I find that in St. Matthew, actually, the phrases themselves are a little bit choppier, they're a little bit shorter, and they're a little bit more tightly descriptive, which goes along with sort of the sense of the text.
What is it about this piece that draws us back to it time and time again and makes it relevant and compelling and worth doing today?
Well, I mean, I think there's just the sheer beauty of the music. I mean, from the opening chorus, you know, with you know, double chorus that's answering each other, and then this unbelievably gorgeous children's chorus that is singing the chorale tune on top of that. It is just so arresting, and of course, you know, right to the very end, where to the aria Machadish, the bass aria, which to me is just one of the great moments in Western music. I mean, there is nothing more beautiful than that. There's really a tremendous amount of variety within this 3.5-hour work. It is really a master work and a master demonstration of all of the various things that Bach could do.
Paul, I know you've done this role a number of times. Can you tell us what is the greatest challenge? What do you look forward to the most? And what is the sort of journey that's brought you to this point with this piece, personally speaking?
I'd say the weight of the role is the biggest challenge. It's, you know, it's a tall order to be divine on stage. My understanding of the piece has broadened, has deepened. You know, my voice has changed. It has broadened and deepened.